Welcome back, viewers. Thanks for joining me again. Um, so, I have already switched my Pokemon, my party. As you can see, I have switched my Pikachu out for Pidgey, and I have put them in level order, starting with the weakest, going to the strongest. This is usually how my party looks when I set them up. That is to say that I don't prepare for like a gym battle where if I'm going to go in, unless I'm training a Pokemon and whatnot, I will switch the order then. But for the majority of the time, regardless of what I'm doing, unless it's like a gym battle, I usually have it set up where my weakest is up front and my strongest is in the back. Yeah, so I already did that, and as you could tell, I have also trained Pikachu from a level 3 to a level 8. It now knows Thundershock, Growl, Tail Whip, and Thunder Wave. Yeah, so I, decided to pull out Pikachu and train it because I do like Pikachu. I trained it over here a bit till it was like a level 7, I think. So yeah, it really didn't get very much stronger when I went and trained up here, but I just trained it a bit because I didn't feel like wandering around with a level 3 when all of my other Pokemon are a 10 or higher. So yeah, as I said before, I'm really not going to do actual physical commentary to it, just because actual commentating to make it, funny, is not really something I'm very good at. And any other noises, like my cell phone might go off, clanking of metal that comes from my dogs and their collars. Yeah. So what I like about the older Game Boy versions of Pokemon is that regardless of the level difference, a Pokemon gives a set amount of experience. Like for instance, a level, I think 5 Mankey that you could fight down in Route 2 gives 52 experience, regardless of the level your Pokemon is at, whereas in, like, I think it started in Diamond and Pearl, but I'm not 100% sure. I know for sure it's in Black and White, in that, where depending on what level Pokemon you have, like, if you're fighting a level 3 or 4 and your Pokemon's like a 10, your Pokemon's gonna get like 8 experience or something stupid like that. Whereas if your Pokemon's like if you're fighting a level 6 and your Pokemon's level 4, you're gonna get more experience, just due to the fact that your Pokemon's weaker than the one you're fighting, and it gets more experience because it has to fight longer and whatnot. Which I guess that's more accurate to what would have happened in a real scenario, where you would gain experience in general. But as for as for training wise in Pokemon, it's not all that helpful, really. and the new black and white versions. I'm playing my Black 2, and before I even fought the first gym, I spent probably close to 12 plus hours training my whole team to level, I think it was 15. Like, everything had to be a 15. I think I also trained like my starter to like 16 or something where it made it more close to evolve if I actually needed it. Like, for example, if my Riolu were to have fainted and I threw out my starter, it would be able to take out the rest of them because it's that extra level higher. But then afterwards you run into Audino, and you gain like hundreds of experience for low levels. Like level 6 can give you 500 experience or something like that. And then as they get stronger, like I'm fighting now currently level 20s, and they're giving me anywhere from 1100 plus experience to 1500 experience, which don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure there, besides like Chansey and Blissey, there's no other Pokemon in the game really that is going to, or that you can fight like regularly that would even remotely give you that much experience. Like I think the highest level Chansey you can fight in any game is a 64, and it gives you like 30 some odd, like 3200 experience points, and that's with a lucky egg, and that's in Diamond, Pearl, and I believe Platinum. Don't quote me on the last one, because my original Platinum version that I owned, I did beat, and I did the post-story mode stuff, but I didn't really take too much time to go and sit around and train my Pokemon to level 100, whereas in my Diamond version I've spent close to 500 hours, and I have, I believe, all of the starters, if not almost all of the starters, to 100. It's almost all of them. I'm trying to train, I believe, the water ones at the moment. And I wanted to see the how much difference Luxray have at level 100, where I have one that I hand trained and I have another one that I'm hand training to 100, and I just want to see what the difference between the two are. And then I have a Feraligatr that I used a bunch of rare candies on and got it to level 100, and I want to see the difference between the hand-trained one and how drastically different the one that I just gave a bunch of rare candies to. I want to see how different those two are. And I do know hand training, hands down, is far better. But, I mean, we all know that once you hit a certain point in the Pokemon games, it takes an extremely long amount of time to train your Pokemon to level 100. I mean, you can get them to level like 60s, 70s, maybe close to 80s, but after that it takes an immense amount of time to get them that next step up there. My Diamond version is the only version that I've ever actually sat down and trained numerous Pokemon up to 100. Unfortunately, one of my old friends I lent my Diamond version to, and my spare diamond version, I went out and bought another one because I had so many hours on my original one I didn't want to give up. But I went and lent it to him because he was going on a trip, and by the time we went to graduate high school, he moved out of his mom's house and went and lived with his dad up north somewhere. And he had asked me if I wanted my PlayStation 1 games back, and I said yeah, and he never gave them to me. And then I asked him for my Diamond version back, and he hasn't given me that either. So, when it comes to playing the Gen 4 Pokemon games, I'm going to play Platinum. Not for any real particular reason. Only the fact that my Pearl version's being played by another person. My Diamond version has close to 500 hours on it. So Platinum is the only one that I have a copy that I don't really care about. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will probably put a list of games out for ones that you want me to make videos on. Thank you, and have a nice day.